Hey guys, it's that Dividend guy coming at you with another dividend investing video. Today I want to talk about a stock that recently IPO'd and that I'm actually a huge fan of. I found it because yesterday I was looking up the details of the Airbnb IPO because they filed the paperwork for their initial public offering. And I actually saw a couple of other names that recently IPO'd, including this stock, which I actually thought I already owned. So I own the Warner assets that were acquired by AT&T, being like the Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers movies that they trademarked, Friends, Batman, and Harry Potter. Just a lot. Warner has a lot of assets. But what I didn't catch was that they didn't actually own Warner Music Group, which is weird because they sound like they would be under the Time Warner banner, but apparently they sold it like 15 years ago and it went private, which I did not know. When I was looking up the Airbnb stuff and I saw that this was an option for a stock, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love music. Um, I want to know what artists they have. So I started doing research on it, and they have some of my literal favorite rock bands of all time, and probably yours too. We're going to go through, and I'll show you some of the big names that they have on their roster. But let's take a look and see what Warner Music Group actually does before we get too hasty. So what I mean by recent IPO is if you take a look, the one-day chart, they're down 28 cents. The one-week chart, they're down 30 cents. The month, they're up 140, and the 3-month mark, they debuted. So they've only been on the market for a few months here, and they debuted at like 30.12. So not too bad. They're down a little bit from their high, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what they do as a company. Warner Music Group Corp engages in the publishing and recording of music. It operates through the recorded music and music publishing segments. The recorded music segment is involved in selling, marketing, distributing, and licensing of recorded music produced by the company's recording artists. The music publishing segment acts as a copyright owner and or administrator of the musical compositions and generates revenues related to the exploration of musical compositions. So what this means is they have artists that are under their umbrella. The artist makes the music, and they're the record label that pushes it to radio, gets them gigs, advertises their new projects, and gets them on streaming services like Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, that type of thing. So they're an independent record label that went private, and their assets that Warner sold, I could not figure out why in the articles that I read when I was doing research for the stock. But the important thing is I'm a huge fan of the music industry as a whole. I think music is timeless. It's one of those things that we're always going to have. It's like electricity or water. People use it in their everyday lives. And apps like Spotify, things like concerts and stuff are always going to be timeless. People are always going to want to see their favorite artists and listen to their favorite artists. So I think it's a phenomenal investment. And I'm very bullish on the music industry as a whole, regardless of how we consume it changes. But as long as they go to streaming, which they are, all the artists that I'm going to mention are streaming on Spotify and things like that, I'm not worried about it. So I know that there was a little bit of a switch in the overall industry because it was about CD sales and album sales. Now it's more about streaming. But since the market shift, record labels took heed, and of course, they went where the people were at. So they're on Spotify, Pandora, and streaming sites, and on iTunes and whatnot. So I'm not worried about the industry at all. I'm actually very bullish on it. And like I said, I think music is timeless. So I think this is a good investment. No matter what price point I get in at, I'm excited about this. So let's take a look real quick because I did actually look at the artists that they have on their roster, and there are a lot. So we're going to go through and kind of just try to pick some of the bigger ones. Aha, I know is huge. They may take on me. AJR's got a lot of music on the radio. Alvin and the Chipmunks. They're kind of annoying, but they do sell. Avenged Sevenfold, B.O.B. is really good. BB Rex has got a lot of hits on the radio. Breaking Benjamin is huge. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. Bruno Mars sells a lot of records. Blake Shelton, Blur. There's a lot of them. Cardi B's huge. Cash Cash. Who else? Charlie Puth has a lot of hits on the radio. Chicago's big. They've got a lot of older rock bands too. So Breaking Benjamin, they've got Chicago. Cher is signed to them. Currency. If you see any that I don't name, let me know. Dan and Shay's pretty big. Uh, Dane Cook, David Guetta, Death Cab for Cutie. Disturbed, love Disturbed. Um, Earl Sweatshirt's big. Ed Sheeran was the main reason why I bought them, because I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan and I love his music. So now I can pretty much own Ed Sheeran's catalog. So think of it this way: any artist that you see, if you're a fan of them, if you buy the stock, you own their catalog. You make money off their music, and the thing is, they don't even have to put anything out that's new. Like Breaking Benjamin has like 10 albums out. They make money regardless of if these artists make any new music too. That's part of why I'm so excited about it, because I think Ed Sheeran's timeless. I think he's like a Michael Jackson or a Prince, which they own Prince as well. I think, or an Elton John, which I think he's timeless. So I'm gonna want to buy his music. He was enough for me, but then as you can see, they have a lot. They have Flo Rida. So Ed was a big reason why I wanted to buy this. Gorillas are huge. Goo Goo Dolls and Green Day. So they have Ed Sheeran and Green Day. They have Hailstorm. Um, I don't see any big ones that I know for I. Uh, James Blunt, Jason Mraz, Joyner Lucas is big in the rap industry. He's amazing. Kalani's big. She's done a lot. She's been on the radio a lot. Kodak Black, Kid Rock is big. Kelly Clarkson, Kevin Gates is a big rapper. Korn, who I love. Led Zeppelin, Linkin Park, Leonard Skinner, jeez, Lupe Fiasco, Lizzie Hale, Mac Miller. Who else? Matchbox 20 is huge. Meatloaf, Michael Bublé, Misfits, Missy Elliott. My Chemical Romance is one of my favorite bands ever. Never Shout Never's phenomenal. Newsboys, Nickelback, Neil Young, Nipsey Hussle, Otis Rush, Party Next Door, Pantera's big. Phil Collins is huge. Plan B, Prince, Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds soundtrack, Rem, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rush. The S's, they have a lot. See if I can find any that are huge. I know Simple Plan's really big. Skizzy Mars is big. Slipknot and Stained are phenomenal. They own Skrillex and Diplo. They own Shinedown and Skillet. That's enough for me to buy them right there. Shinedown and Ed Sheeran was enough. Slipknot's good too. T.I., Taking Back Sundays, amazing. Who else? They have a lot. The Knox. The Republic. The Steve Miller Band. They've got a lot. Ty Dolla $ign's big. Theory of a Dead Man's phenomenal. Trey. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Jeez, Trey Songz is pretty big. Van Halen. Man. Alright, Waka Flocka Flame. Wu-Tang Clan, which is awesome. And the Zac Brown Band, and then I don't think there's anything under there. So, I mean, just going back through seeing the ones that I'm, like, a huge fan of, they own the Wu-Tang Clan, which is, I love Wu-Tang. Van Halen. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I'm going to have a few here just because there's a lot. Skillet, Shinedown, Stained, and Slipknot are all phenomenal. So that's 7. I know Rem's big and Rush. So that's 8, 9. Pantera would be 10. Phil Collins. Just so many artists. You can tell already, guys, why I'm bullish on the stock. So the reason that I love I'm pretty much in love with Warner Music now is because they have Ed Sheeran. That was the lead artist that they showed online. But then you get Prince, you get Pantera, you get Metallica, you get they own some of Frank Sinatra's music, as well as Shinedown, Slipknot, Stained, and Korn and Nickelback. Like they own a lot of the big rock bands. They might not own all of their catalog, but they own pieces of the catalog. So anytime those songs are played, they make money. So just a lot of bands that I love. So anyways, guys, that's why I'm bullish on Warner Music, and I will be buying the IPO. I didn't buy it on IPO date because as I think I said earlier, I was not aware when they went public. I thought I owned this already, but I definitely will be owning it here in the near future. When I get paid dividends, it's going into Warner Music, so it will be the official first growth stock of the portfolio. So anyways, guys, let me know, are you bullish on the music industry as a whole? I was excited because I looked up all the major record labels, and they are all private. I wanted to invest in Interscope Records and Shady Records being Eminem's label, and there was no way to do that. So um, I'll be happy with Ed Sheeran, Prince, Missy Elliott, Leonard Skinner, Van Halen, Slipknot, Theory of a Dead Man, Nickelback, B.O.B., T.I., Cardi B. There's so many acts that are currently putting out music or that have such a catalog that I feel like they're timeless. So I'm definitely bullish on it, and this is a really cool way for me to invest in something I love, which is music. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below, who's your favorite artist that they own? For me personally, it's got to be Ed Sheeran and Shinedown. I love them both. Um, Shinedown's my second favorite band of all time behind Nirvana, so I love them so much. And Stained is up there as well as Skillet. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next dividend investing video. Take care. Remember to hit the subscribe button on my channel, That Dividend Guy, and when you do, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any updates. I'm doing portfolio updates every single day. I'm doing Tesla news. I'm doing moves that Warren Buffett is making. I'm doing updates on my company's individual earnings reports. I'm doing stuff on my the growth part of my portfolio. Just putting out a bunch of content because I'm a huge fan of stocks, and now that I'm doing growth stocks, it gives me a lot more to cover. So I'm super excited about it. But I was ecstatic once I figured out that I could own Warner Music. And I was surprised I didn't own it already. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. See you then.